The Pittsburgh Penguins have defeated the Montreal Canadiens 4-3 in a shootout, and who would have thought Harkins would be the hero? Welcome to the Penguins Collective Podcast. My name is Louie.
My name is Josh.
And we are two brothers who love to talk about hockey.
Especially the Pittsburgh Penguins.
What a game. What a game this was. The iceberg comes back. The boys are rolling.
Can you raise your camera? Can you raise your camera a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
The boys are rolling. The dads are the good luck charm. Our power play continues to do well. Our PK is in now, but that's all right. That is all right because we have one great thing that is going for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sidney Crosby is the greatest human besides Jesus himself to be on this earth. Okay? It goes Jesus, Sidney Crosby. He is now in 14th for most points in the NHL, and he is... Oh, no, he's currently tied with Mark Recchi at 13. I'm sorry, he's scoring so many points, it's hard to keep track. He is in 13th right now, tied. One more point puts him above that all-time list. And Josh, we are so grateful that he is on our team. Thoughts, reactions. We already have so many people in the chat. I love how everyone is going hard right now in the chat. What are your reactions in the chat? And Josh, what is your reaction? As I take this thing off.
I mean, honestly, the first period was a forgetful one. It was one of those where you just throw out the tape. It was turnovers after turnovers. It was goals that shouldn't have gone in from Nedeljkovic. But you tweeted it out. Love to have heard what went on in that locker room after the first intermission, because they came out totally different in the second period. A completely different team, a team that we're used to seeing when they win. So from then on, those last 40 minutes of the game was the Pittsburgh Penguins that can win and win a lot. And, I know in the chat, a lot of people are talking about Gensel. We're talking about Sidney Crosby. We're talking about Nedeljkovic. But there is an unsung hero in tonight's game that I think is being completely missed. And I don't think it's talked enough in any game.
Whoa, here we go. Hot take, Josh.
That is the post. There were so many posts.
God, I thought you were going to do something good there, and you did the good old bait and switch. Yeah. I thought, Jackson comes in saying, what about Puustinen?
Puustinen was great.
But Absolutely. You're talking about another...
I'm going with the post. I'm going with the post.
Not Poost.
Not post, because, I mean, how many times did Canadians hit that thing?
How many times did we hit that
How many times did we hit that thing? It was ringing tonight. But honestly, a great game all the way across, minus the first period. Penalty.
I'll even say minus the third period. We looked bad, really bad in the first. And then in the third, we were just not there. We weren't playing like it was a tie game. We played as if we were in the lead.
That's fair.
I hate that.
Yeah.
It's third period. It's tied 3-3. Let's try to get Sid another goal, or let's try to get going. Yeah. And I just didn't feel that.
I was kind of chalking that up to it being the third period of a back-to-back, with it being a travel day. So that's what I was chalking it up to. Legs were tired. It is what it is. So, but definitely played a lot better tonight. The penalty kill, I know it's struggling, but I think once we get Nieto and Achari and Rust, once we get those guys back, those are crucial guys for our penalty kill. I think it'll look a lot better the way that we were looking earlier this year. And then in terms of overtime, I know Malkin took a bad penalty in overtime. Okay, but penalty kill, just at the end of the third period, huge kill.
Yeah.
Overtime, huge kill. Especially overtime, they looked gassed, and they were able to get a couple pucks to fall right onto their sticks and clear it out.
100%.
So good. And then just like before we get to the shootout, because I know that was probably the most exciting part of the entire game. Just one last point on overtime. Does anybody remember the last time we were in overtime? Everyone was calling for Sidney Crosby's head. You know, saying they wasn't putting in enough effort, wasn't doing enough. Well, on a back-to-back,
what an effort by that guy!
Away game, he showed up in overtime. Everyone showed up in overtime, minus Malkin. But
Malkin is all right. Something that we always talk about here on the podcast is what they are doing without the puck. Malkin was getting so frustrated on his own line tonight. And it wasn't because they weren't producing. It wasn't because they were playing well. It's because he wasn't getting the puck. There was a couple times. Now, there was one play, literally one play. He was on the doorstep, wide open. Like, he could have, I could have fed him that pass, and it would have been a goal. And Riley Smith decided to shoot it instead of pass it. And you see Malkin just look up like, dude, come on. Especially when Malkin is in a drought right now. That's something where he's like, oh, that would have been so easy to get the monkey off my back. But Malkin is struggling right now.
Because so is Smith.
Yeah, so Smith is looking for that goal. Yeah. So, and I don't blame him. It's just because Malkin is struggling right now that in that moment I've been like, oh, pass it. But any other time, if Malkin wasn't struggling, I would say shoot it. So you can't blame Smith, but you also have to kind of point fingers at Malkin. He's not playing well right now, and that's not even the story of the night. Like, I mean, that's not even that. Our first period sucked. Second period, we were literally an amazing hockey team. And then, like, amazing. I'm talking Sidney Crosby decided to say, hey, guys, I guess I'll do everything. And literally did that. And then the third period, they were all gassed from playing such a great second period. And then in the overtime, we played phenomenal, which made no sense. And then in the shootout, what happened there? It's the longest shootout in NHL this year. 12 rounds, and who would have thought Harkins would be the guy to score it? When there was, I think, who was it after? Lars Eller, maybe? And Sullivan goes to Big Jeff Carter and goes, you're up. And he goes, okay. And then I was like, if he does it, this dude is getting re-signed for like 10 years. You know, like if he wins us this game and he comes in, he runs out of room. But like, when I'm starting to think, I'm like, now what are the rules? Because in Olympics, you could put out the same guy over and over and over again.
TJ Oshie.
TJ Oshie, right? We all remember that. But if I was like, put Sid out there again.
I think you have to go through the entire roster.
You have to go through the entire roster, clearly, because we almost did. I think we only had like it was 12 rounds, so 12 players shot. There's a 25 halfway through the roster.
Yeah, I was going to say there's 12 with just lines, like offensive lines. And then you have the 3 pairings of defenses. So that's 6 right there. So it would have been 18. 18 we've had to go through. We're almost there.
We were almost there.
Because I was going to say, because like when Harkins went up, I was like, man, are we going to start having to put out like Pedersen? Like,
oh, yeah.
But then I was like, oh, yeah, Harkins still has to go. Okay, yeah.
We still got some, like, centers and, like, forwards. And then, of course, he's the one who – and first of all, it wasn't a pretty goal. Technically, I'm not going to pronounce that goalie's name, but he stopped it originally, and it rolled in. So it wasn't, like, a pretty goal. It wasn't like Sid's goal or –
hey, you take it.
Yeah. Oh, please. I will take it, especially in 12 rounds. But the bigger story – is there a bigger story? Sidney Crosby, right? I think, of course, that's the biggest thing that happened tonight. Sidney Crosby, once again, making history. Now, I wanted to ask, Ovi is not on this list above Sid, right? He doesn't have more points.
No, he doesn't have more points than Crosby. He just has more goals than Crosby.
Right. That's what I thought. Okay, because I was thinking, and I was like, man, Ovi's not above him. I was like, it's Sid. Sid's the he's the number one player in active players that are the highest on this list.
I would have to look that up. I think
All right,
I would imagine that he is, just because there's no one that has played longer than him, right? He's the longest. He's the longest standing player.
Yeah. So Sidney Crosby is now tied with 13. Then it goes Paul Coffey.
Yeah.
Then Alexander Ovechkin with 1,372. Sidney Crosby now has 1,002. Wait, no, that makes no sense. Oh, those games played. Whoopsies.
Yeah. Jackson
Points.
just put in the chat. Ovechkin's now 2 below on the list.
Yes.
So yeah, that makes sense.
So Sid now goes to 1,532 33 points. Excuse me. 1,533 points. All right, we got a long season. He's definitely going to pass Joe Thornton. He is going to be, okay, by the end of this season, he's going to be number 12 by the end of the season.
How far is he behind?
Oh, Joe Thornton has 1,539.
So only like 6?
He has 6 more points.
Then who's above him?
Ray Bork, and he has 1,579.
Oh,
So not
like
this
40.
season, next season probably.
Oh, hey, wait, hold on.
He could get it. He could if he gets 100 points.
If he gets a point per game, we're 30 games in. He's got 50 more games. If he gets point per game, that's
he could
50
become
more points.
At the end of this season. He could potentially be number 11 on all-time point list.
Yeah.
Now here's
Jackson,
the crazy thing.
If
Jackson, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the list.
Yeah, sorry. If Jackson's comment is right, he's less than 60 from 10th. He could be 10th by the end of the year.
10th is Phil Esposito, and that is correct. It's 1,590. All right, Now the big guns, okay? Joe Sakic is number 9 with 1,641. Now, by the end of his career, I think he would surpass Joe Sakic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Guess who's above him? Mario Lemieux with 1,723. How poetic would it be if Crosby ends his career either close to Mario Lemieux all-time points or surpasses it?
Why wouldn't he surpass him? Like, just think about it.
It's 1,700. Josh, that's almost 200 points.
200 points. If he
point per game, 80, and he does
80,
one more season, I guess.
That's 3 seasons that he would be past Mario.
Okay, so he could potentially be top 5 of all points
when he retires.
Dude.
Absolutely.
Wow,
in a flooded era. Like, that's the thing. Like,
unreal.
Because like
unreal.
I know we're not talking, this isn't the episode to do this, but like Gretzky, Lemieux, all those guys, when they played, they were the guy the entire time that they played. They there were, some decent guys in the same era as them, but like Crosby's had to battle up against, other essentially greats, Ovechkin, Sakic in the early of his career. Goaltenders were amazing, Brodeur, Lundqvist, Osgood, list goes on. But I mean, I don't know why I can't think of any other great players right now, but there's so many other great players that he's played against in this era that are also going to be first ballot Hall of Famers, top 10 in points and whatever, along with, with him, but he's going to stand above them, which is wild.
Unreal.
So wild.
And this is something that a woman reporter said, and I don't know her name, so I'm giving
couldn't have just been reporter.
All right, Josh, shut up. It was what? It was okay, fine. It was a reporter. I'm not going to give gender. I'm giving gender equality. You don't get anything, okay? Don't get anything. You happy now? You don't get anything. So a reporter earlier this season said, good luck trying to figure out now who it is. A reporter this season said, we need to be grateful that we are watching this right now. When Wayne Gretzky was Sid's age, he was contemplating retirement. Okay? He was like, I'm not putting up the same points as Iowa. Well, no, that's not true. He was putting up point per game. Yeah. One more season. This season. So if next season Wayne Gretzky was like, I don't know if I could do this anymore. Sid is on projection to do a point per game season for like the next 3 years.
Yeah.
That you cannot argue in an era of Sidney Crosby he started in 06. He started different era of goaltending. He was the fastest. Now he's not the fastest, but he's still finding ways to outplay the fastest. Where's Connor McDavid? Nowhere right now. He is nowhere to be found on the point per list, on nothing. He is struggling this season.
Yeah, but he's gaining his ground. I mean, obviously,
sure,
he's not producing the same way that he was in previous years. But they had a rough start to the year. He's starting to find his groove again. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends the year with a good season. But like to your point,
we're holding him to a higher standard because
Austin Matthews
NHL
is having a better
season. Correct.
Better season. Yeah.
But my point is that we are in a moment of greatness by Sidney Crosby. So we talked about it yesterday. These people who are saying that Crosby's going to go anywhere, he's not struggling. He is still valuable. I saw a tweet during the game where somebody said Sid could be asking for $10 million as the end of his contract negotiation. Now, listen, do I think Sid's even going to ask that much? Nah, he's going to take a hometown discount. But what he's going to do is probably sign a 3-year deal max. And yeah, he's probably going to do 8.7 a year again.
I think he's going to pull Brady and just sign a year.
I don't think yet. I don't think yet. Josh, he's still playing well. I think this season is determining. He's like, you know what? I could do it. I could do 4 more years of this. If he was struggling, where like Malkin right now, Malkin is struggling. If Sid is in Malkin's shoes, yeah, maybe do the 1 year until you're like, you know what? I can't do it anymore. Let me retire. He is outperforming. He is our best player. He's outscoring Gensel, I think only by 1 or 2, I believe. Jackson, get on that. I know you're on it with the stats. I know I think he's our top scorer on the team. He is obviously dominating point-wise. We need to understand that this is one of the greatest eras that as hockey fans, we are blessed. We had Mario Lemieux right into Sidney Crosby, and Sidney Crosby is still dominating. All right, that's something phenomenal. He had 3 half seasons due to injury, and imagine if he had those full seasons, he would be unbeatable. In fact, he'd probably be already at 10 if he had his full seasons. And I'm saying this right now. I already, like I said, humble flex. I drive by the arena every single day. It's not really a humble flex. It's traffic. So I had drive past it. I'm scoping out where they're going to put his statue. I'm scoping out because guess what? There's a lot of real estate, and there's only one person who deserves a statue besides Mario Lemieux, who saved the team from bankruptcy, is Sidney Crosby. And if it's not him doing the one-handed top shelf goal with his signature arm on the defender, I don't want it. Sidney, or just holding the cup, because man, Sidney Crosby has brought more cups into Pittsburgh than Lemieux.
Yep.
He's going to bring more. And I think we just need to take this moment, celebrate Sidney Crosby, because he is playing out of his freaking mind right now. All right. And if you couldn't tell, we always give away this iceberg hat to the player of the game. Josh, who's the player of the game?
Of course, it's Sidney Crosby.
It's Sidney Crosby.
Two goals and an assist.
2 goals,
3.9.
assist.
13th. Move up to 13th on the list.
He's number tied with Mark Recchi on the all-time points list. All time. He'll pass Joe Thornton in like a matter of days. He'll catch up to whoever's next. Ray Bourque by the end of the season. He'll be tied with 10th sooner than later. The dude is unreal. He deserves this. He probably deserves this every single night. Sid is playing great. Now, here's something that I really want to talk about, Josh. So the dads are just staying with us for the rest of the season, right?
Based off the interview that Holly did during that second intermission with Mr. Smith, he's leaving, so I would imagine it's coming to an end soon.
He's leaving because his son, his other son, has a dad's trip. But I'm saying, like, they are our good luck charm, Josh.
They have been clutch.
So we need to have them here all the time. So I think they're a good luck charm. I think they're really good. Sidney Crosby's really great. He gets the iceberg of the game. Josh, why don't we do another segment here? A little segment that we like to call, what is it?
Temperature.
The Pens. Chur. Pen Chur. Created by NES Addict himself. All right. This is the segment where we go on Twitter and we get the temperature of the fans. All right. We do this every now and then. So the temperature on Twitter. Okay. Oh, Josh.
While you're gauging the temperature, let me just interrupt you. While you get things going here.
Wow, thank you so much.
I just want to remind everyone
that them.
Each and every night, our episodes are brought to you by Yins. Oh, I'm wearing my shirt today.
You are?
Yes.
Proud of you.
Yeah. Well, 2 episodes ago, I had it underneath my hoodie, but I was just too cold to take off my hoodie.
All right.
So I got it on today, got the heat on, so I'm good down here. But it's the holiday season. If you haven't used that code already, TPC15 at shopyins.com, 2 Z's, shopyins.com. Use TPC15. You'll get 15% off your first purchase. Get something nice for a family member. Get something nice for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
No one's judging you, but they have a whole bunch of stuff out there for you. If you want to keep it simple, just get their brand name right across your chest, or Louie with the hat, just the logo on there. They have a Dubas shirt that I purchased. They have our shirts that you can purchase. I got my wife one. She wears it out occasionally. She actually got stopped and someone asked her. It was a Penguins fan. So I don't know if they're listening right now. Yeah. So shout out to that person from Aldi in Dixon City.
Nice.
But, they have a whole bunch of stuff out there. Who knows, what people are going to buy for Christmas. But I know if you use that code TPC15, you're going to get 15% off of your first purchase. Back to you, Lewis.
Hey, Josh, I just want to make it real clear. It's TPC 15?
Yeah, TPC 15.
Wow. And that gets me 15% off of my first purchase.
That is correct.
Wow. What a great time to buy my Christmas presents, Josh. In fact, I still haven't gotten you your birthday present. Which, for those of you who don't know,
15.
Josh is... Well, I already purchased things, so I already used it.
Yeah.
Same. But Josh's birthday is December 24th. He's a Christmas Eve baby. So make sure you guys wish him a happy birthday this Christmas Eve. All right, Josh.
You got better things to do. Don't do that.
No. Josh, hold on. Let's change the mood a little bit. It's Christmas time. Christmas font. It doesn't really look good.
It literally just looks cursive.
It's just I don't know why. They sell it, okay, as like more festive, and it's really not. It's just rounded with cursive font.
Yeah.
Don't like it. Going back.
Some like holly.
Snowflakes. I would love to see like snowflakes falling.
Something.
They're cowards. Do it. All right. So the temperature of tonight, which is where we go to Twitter and see what the temperature is on Twitter for Penguins fans. And right now, these two-faced fans.
Oh boy.
All right. Let me get in on it, okay? When we're going through the rough stuff, these people are calling for Mike Sullivan's head. These people are saying trade Malkin, trade Gensel. These people are saying Jari was the worst signing. They're saying Kyle Dubas doesn't know what he's doing, and now we're stuck with him. But all of a sudden, we win 2 games. Dad trips happens. All of a sudden, the atmosphere changed. They're feeling a little bit better. The things they're tweeting are positive. Sidney Crosby's the GOAT, which he is, but now they're changing their tune. Kyle Dubas is now a genius for how he's handling this team, and Mike Sullivan was always the man for the job. It's been 2 games. These are two-faced fans that we will never be, okay? These are people that are writing articles. These people are the ones who are doing podcasts and looking you in the eye and telling you what to believe. Well, guess what? We're not those people. We've always been faithful to Mike Sullivan. Josh, what do I always say about Mike Sullivan?
He's the head coach for the
What would I do for Mike Sullivan?
Oh, you would take a bullet for Mike.
I would take a bullet for Mike Sullivan. We've always said that. We've always said.
You've said that. I ain't taking a bullet for anybody.
We have always said that. We have always said that here on this podcast. We've always said that Kyle Dubas understands what this team needs. Trust in Dubas. We have always been saying that. You cowards.
Well, can I just say something?
Flip-flopping. Go ahead, Josh.
I don't know if you said it on air, but I know you said it to me, is that the fans right now are still in the football cycle.
I have said it on air.
Yeah.
I have said it. These Yinzers, okay?
Yeah.
Shop Yins, use TPC 15. These Yinzers, okay? I feel like I'm Trump with the hands.
I know. I noticed I was very handsy earlier on.
Hey, listen. These Yinzers, I can't do an accent. I'm not going to do the Trump accent. Don't. Please don't ever put that on. Jackson, I'm looking at you. Don't put that up on Twitter. Listen to me. These Yinzers are so focused on Mike Tomlin getting fired because their football team's trash, all right? Their football team's trash, and they're taking it out on the Penguins, all right? These poor Penguins are trying their best, and they're getting compared to their third-string quarterback who can't throw the ball for more than 20 yards. Sorry that me and Josh like superior football teams, okay? Josh, don't make the face. We have superior football teams, okay? We have it, okay? Because if you're a Panthers fan, you're superior than the yeah, that's right. You heard me say
God,
it. Oh, you heard me say it. Starting trash in the comments. Let it happen. Let it fly. Because guess what, Josh? We're two stooges who talk about hockey, not football. So you could come at us about our football and like talk because we don't care. We're here about hockey talk, and you football fans are ruining the hockey talk on Twitter. You're going on Twitter and blaming the Penguins for your crappy team on the field.
It's not only that. It's the fact that in football, it's such a short season, so every game matters. In hockey, there's 82 games. You need patience when you're 27, 30 games into the season. yes, you need to catch up in terms of points. It's not just, one win and, you turn things around. But the thing is, we got to exercise some patience. And I fall under the category of riding the emotions of the highs of the great wins and the lows of the bad losses. But at the same time, it's like you got to kind of, reel it in a little bit and understand, okay, like, these are professionals. This isn't their first rodeo. They understand that, okay, tonight wasn't our night. Let's put it behind us.
Let's move forward.
And they did that. The Florida Panthers game, not a good game.
Bad game.
Took the weekend. They put it behind them. Maybe threw out the tape. Maybe watched the tape. Who knows?
But then definitely threw out that tape. They were like, we're never
Tuesday
looking at that game again.
Bounce back. Tonight showed resilience. Now on to Saturday. We're on to Toronto. Coach Bill Belichick. We're on to Toronto.
Yeah.
We're on to Toronto.
Yeah. I'm just focused on Toronto. How do you feel about the game? Focus on Toronto.
We're on to Toronto.
We're on Toronto. Well, he said focus on Kansas City.
Cincinnati.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
I thought it was Kansas City.
No, we're on to Cincinnati.
Yeah, we're on to Cincinnati. How 6 weeks ago. Yeah, I love that footage. Like, he looks like he's about to cry. And they're like, how do you feel about being let go from the Patriots? And he was like, we're on to Cincinnati. What has Mr. Kraft said to you? We're on to Cincinnati. Okay. And just like him, we're on to, where are we going?
Toronto.
I think we are going to Toronto. We're going back home. What a weird.
That's what I'm saying.
What a weird road
That's why
trip.
Tonight, to be honest, I kind of chalked it up as a loss because it's a back-to-back and we're going up to Montreal. I thought for sure
back
we were gonna...
the same night.
Yeah.
Well, probably not the same night. Probably staying. It's what, Wednesday? What's
Wednesday?
So they're probably going to stay over until Thursday, probably do some sightseeing with the Daddios, then travel back on Friday, do something on today.
They're not going to stay 2 days in Montreal. They'll fly back Thursday.
All right, fine. They're going to stay Thursday day, though, and then they're going to fly back probably in the afternoon on Thursday, do something Friday as a father-player thing, and on Saturday would probably conclude the dad's trip. They're there for like 5 days, right?
I have no idea. I never know how long these things are.
Yeah, I don't know either. But anyway, it doesn't matter. What matters is that Toronto's next. Okay. I would love to get a dub for Dubas. Really would, because the last time we faced Toronto, we lost.
I don't know why I thought we won.
We lost in Toronto. So, and I think he returned. He was there. Like, that's something you want to win for your GM to be like, hey, suck it, dude. But they're coming into Pittsburgh. Let's win one for Dubas. Sidney Crosby, let's get another hat trick to, get you further up. I just want Sid to just score unlimited goals this year. Just feed him the puck. He's playing well. Just feed him the puck.
Every empty netter.
As I said, get out there. Just put the puck in the net. Let's make sure he gets over 100 points just because I want the NHL media to just kind of do like Connor Bedard, Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby's still doing crap. So then all of it would be on him next season. Would love to see that.
Well,
but
it could be like that that scene from The Office where Dwight is focused on the girl at the bar. So like ESPN is focused on the Connors.
Yeah.
Angela, Sidney Crosby just is standing right there, and he just goes,
and they go, oh yeah. He goes, frick. Yeah, that's literally what Sid is doing. Just like, dude, I'm like the best in the league right now.
Yeah.
What are you doing? And they're like, oh, well, there's this kid in Chicago that's like kind of the new thing. He has a wicked release. And he's like, yeah, but how's he doing point-wise? Like, he's all right. I mean, he's not like dominating the league or anything. And Sid's like,
well, it's his first year.
All right, well, then stop paying attention to him. Look at Sid. Listen,
new and shiny.
What?
New and shiny.
I get new and shiny, But the NFL had it right. What happened whenever it was Patriots against Packers, or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Packers? It was two old dudes going at it. It was the most hyped up thing. It was Brady against Rodgers. And now it's like, I guess we got Brock Purdy against Young. Like, what are we supposed to be excited about that? I'm not. We don't have any good quarterbacks anymore. That's a whole.
We won't get into that.
I mean, that's true. I mean, that's 100% true. But I feel like the NFL needs Josh. Get out of here. Get out of here. Prove me wrong, dude.
Off air. I got you.
Yeah, whatever. Chat, go ahead and put down your top 3 quarterbacks in the league right now, just because I want to be entertained. No, you can't do.
Half of the quarterbacks are hurt right now. You can't.
Yeah, because fine. Healthy quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Top 3 healthy quarterbacks. Ah! It's a late one, Josh.
I was just gonna say it's a late one. At overtime,
dude.
12 rounds shootout.
12 round shootout. And that first period, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little sleepy. I was getting a
question. The shootout rules.
Yeah.
In my mind, I thought it was 4. So
4.
It's 3. Like technically, like
what?
if all right, let's just say Canadiens.
You're talking about rounds in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's 4. 2 on Pittsburgh, 2 on Montreal.
I think it was only 3, because literally, because Nedeljkovic stopped the third. Nope, sorry. Canadiens scored their third, and we had to score to match.
That was later in the rounds, but they get to go first.
Yeah.
So if they score first, we have a chance to score. If he blocks it, then the game's over.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I mean, like, before it becomes sudden death, I thought it was 4 rounds. I think it's only 3 now.
Maybe, but it was 2-2.
From the way that Gets Off was talking.
Yeah, but it was 2-2. NES. It was 2. It was 2-2.
List.
It's a great list, but healthy and not retired. It was 2-2, and then it went into like round 12, so I think you're wrong about that. Josh, hey, it's time to wrap this bad boy up. I'm like yawning in the camera. I mean, whatever. I'm playing with this bendy thing. This is where Pat McAfee would say this show stinks. Yeah. NES, not a football fan, he says. So he only knows Troy Aikman, Dan Marino, and Joe Montana. Joe Montana? No, Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. He's a quarterback, you idiot.
Waterboy. What a great movie.
Good movie.
Josh, top 3 quarterbacks go in the league. If you say Dak Prescott, I'm going to throw some at you. Don't do it.
So we'll go Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
We're busting our butts out here. You throw that flag. What a crybaby he is.
Man, this is hard.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
There you go. I would say
Aaron Rodgers.
He's not healthy, Josh.
No, I'm saying healthy.
He's not healthy.
Yeah, but I'm saying if everyone was healthy.
Oh, it'd be Kirk Cousins. So it'd be Kirk Cousins.
No. Oh, duh. No, it's Mahomes, Burrow, Allen.
I respect that list.
Yeah, in that order.
Yeah, you're wrong on the order. Here's why I don't like Patrick Mahomes, and I'm glad this is live and people could see this, and this will be on the internet forever. I don't like Mahomes. Okay, never did. I always felt like something was off about him. Felt like he was a spoiled brat from day one. No one said, "What are you doing? Oh, you're just a hater, dude. You're just a hater, bro. Like he's the best in the league." And then what happened last game? The biggest spoiled brat. It's almost like he knows he gets calls in his favor. Like he's like, "Oh, you're gonna call it offsides on us?" It's like, yeah, he was offsides. Yeah, but like the play happened, the greatest play of all time. It's like, yeah, but he threw the flag before that happened. You can't be mad. He's like, well, we lost the game because of it. Yeah, like tough luck. That's welcome to the NFL. You don't see Kirk Cousins going like, dude, we never seem to win. We always seem to get calls against us. You're the face of the NFL right now, and you get every call for you. You're the same thing that Tom Brady was 10 years ago in New England. Everyone was complaining because when he would fall, whether it was a hard hit or not, they would call a penalty, right? Welcome to the spotlight, buddy. And he comes off like a spoiled brat going up to Josh Allen at the game, goes, worst call I've ever seen in my life. And Josh Allen's like, dude, I honestly don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, we won. Sucks to suck, dude. And he's just like, spoiled brat. And I think the whole world finally saw what I've been seeing from day one. He's a spoiled brat. And yeah, he could throw a football, but so can Brock Purdy. And I kind of like Brock Purdy more than I like Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying he's better. I'm just saying I like him more. So, Josh, top 3?
I gave it to you.
You said that's okay. That's if they were healthy, not healthy, current, right now.
Yeah, so then I would go Mahomes, Allen, and probably
and yes,
I'd probably go Dak.
Dak Prescott. Yeah, probably.
Or Purdy.
No way Purdy's in the top 3 right now. Yeah. What about the Stroud? Doesn't everyone like him?
He's just young and impressive right now, but he had a bad game last week. So like that's what I mean. Like all these other guys, like they have like really great games and then they come crashing down. And that's like what again, like you can't compare the two sports. So like that's why it's so frustrating when everyone
bring it back to hockey, Josh. Yeah. I'm proud of you.
Hey, thanks. Like with these Pittsburgh fans, like you were saying, they get so frustrated with whatever their quarterback is right now. It's not.
Is it Trubisky?
I think it is Trubisky. Yeah, they get so frustrated with Trubisky. It's like if we were getting frustrated with Nedeljkovic today. It's like, dude, he's not the starter. If he lost tonight, it's like, okay, fine, whatever. He's not the main goalie. But it's like actually he played really well today. So
well, I wouldn't say really well. I think he woke up with the team second period on.
Yeah.
Like the first period, I was like, oh, he's getting pulled. Like,
yeah.
I even tweeted, I was like, are we going to see Jari again? Which I doubt we would. But man,
and shootout, he looked good. I mean, Suzuki.
He got knocked out.
Suzuki and Caulfield. I mean, those guys, dirty.
Yes. Same spot on both of them.
Those guys are great.
And then I felt bad for Nedeljkovic because when he got knocked out, he got kneed in the face. Yeah, he was mad because he's like, but what is the ref going to do? Like, call a penalty? Like, it's a shootout. Like, there's nothing you could do.
We go twice.
Yeah. No goal or I don't know what to do. The guy, you could tell Nedeljkovic was not there when he scored that goal after he got hit.
Right after.
Yeah, he was just like, did it go in? I don't know. I see like 5 players out there. I felt bad for him, and then we scored, and then he blocked it, and then we scored, which won the game. But it was just so funny to. He played really well later in the game, but it was just funny to see him get knocked out and just be like, "Where's the puck?" Like he fell over his left pad. Yeah, he was like,
I was just gonna say that. He
boy,
stumbled a little bit.
Yeah, it's like when people fall in like a comedy where they go, "Oh, here we go." Like that's kind of what he was like. And I like how when he got hurt, they panned to Jari, like, is he like concerned? Is he like? And he's
Jari
like,
just sat there.
He's yawning, and he's just like, he's fine. He'll be fine.
Yeah. He's pretty much saying, "Don't put me out there for one shootout round."
Dude, are you kidding me? I'm gonna lose this for us. Yeah. We'd be better if we put like Letang out there.
Coming out cold.
Imagine if that was the case. Both goalies got hurt. Shootout. Who'd they put out there? Like a player, right?
The previous shooter.
That'd be crazy.
Just constantly rotate it. So after you shoot, just skate to the other end and be the goalie.
Yeah. What was that noise, Josh? Did you hear that? It sounded like somebody was joining our stream. But no one's there. Yeah, that was bizarre. I think that's a great sign to end this podcast. Yeah. Guys.
It's 11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock. I got work tomorrow.
I think most of us do.
Not if you're Sidney Crosby. He's like, I get to go home. Yeah. The sound of victory, NES. Yeah, that's right. Like if you're on Restream or whatever you use, it's like a do, like letting you know like someone's there. But I look and no one's there. It's just weird. Maybe it was Restream going, guys, time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
And at first I thought it was you messaging me saying like,
oh, did I?
No, you didn't. And I thought it was to be like, all right, let's call it a day. Which is exactly what we're gonna do. So guys, thank you so much for staying with us. Overtime, shootout, Crosby, dads. It's a crazy. Yeah, there you go. Party. Ayo. Party. And Josh, you know what's funny? Have a good night, NES. Every single time I edit the podcast to put it in the audio version, I don't time it right when we're going live. So we always go, as always, and it just cuts off. So, because I try to end the stream right as you're saying, let's go, Pens.
Yeah.
But when we download the audio version to edit it and put it out for the podcast, it just goes, as always, let's go.
You cut me off?
Not on purpose. There's nothing I could do.
We gotta let a couple.
I know. I've learned that, but I noticed that it was 2 episodes ago I did that. Last episode we were good. By the way, your goal horn in the intro and outro is fire. Well, that's good. Thank you so much. We had a friend do that for us. Took the Boys of Winter song and kind of make it our own. So that's our own song, okay? We didn't go download that illegally. We didn't go, I'm sure they're going to come after us and be like, you can't just make up your own. You can't just copy that song. Can you? It's a parody. Absolutely. Oh, that's right. Legal. Get out of here, dude. I'm my own lawyer. It's a parody.
Yeah.
Come sue us. You can't. Well, actually, don't sue us. So yeah, it's a really cool intro and outro. We even have a buffer. Little like 5-second tune.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't know how to use it. It's not that I don't know how to use it. I just don't know for what, if that makes sense.
When we do segs.
When we do segs. Hey, when we get this podcast up and rolling, and not that we aren't up and rolling, but like when we have like segments like guests on the podcast and when we actually have graphics for our segments and it comes up the screen, that's when I use it. All right.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you guys like the music. I really do appreciate it. We worked hard to get that done. You worked hard. Josh, you worked hard. Okay. You worked hard. This is confusing because it's mirrored. You worked hard, dude. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this stupid podcast. Thank you so much for giving us any attention at all. Thank you for following us on Twitter I guessed right, but I went too far.
Yeah.
At Pens Collective on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, whatever you think. You could play that game after the podcast. Go to Google and go, the Penguins Collective podcast, whatever. That's our name. So make sure you guys Google that. You can find us wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Okay. Once again, names right there up top at Pens Collective and right there, Penguins Collective. Guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to go to shopyins.com. That's shopyins2z's.com and put in the code TPC15 to enjoy a generous 15% off your first purchase. And guys, you're the best. Seriously. Thank you guys so much for joining the stream. I know it's late. Thank you so much for hopping on the chat. I love. So while the intro is playing and we're getting our stuff ready to go to hop on live, we already see you guys chatting. We love that. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. And that is the whole goal of the Penguins Collective, is a Penguins collective of fans. So we love to see it. We want more people to come in. So make sure you invite your friends. We would love to see one day 100 people, 200 people in the chat talking about how awesome Sidney Crosby is. So let's make sure we do that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you on Saturday. And Josh, as always,
let's go Pens. Don't cut me off.
I didn't.